Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Lodi Academy. In this video, we will discuss about data modeling. Before start, if you still not subscribe, please subscribe and press bell icon. So let's start. What is data modeling? Data modeling in analysis is the process of creating a visual representation, abstraction of data structures, relationships, and rules within a system or organization. Determining and analyzing the data requirements required to support business activities within the bounds of related information systems in organizations is another process known as data modeling. The main objective of data modeling is to provide a precise and well-organized framework for data organization and representation. Since it enables efficient analysis and decision making, analysis can discover trends, understand the connections between various data items, and make sure that data is efficiently and accurately stored by building models. Data models are visual representation of an enterprise data elements and the connections between them. Models assist to define and arrange data in the context of key business processes, hence facilitating the creation of successful information systems. They let business and technical personnel to collaborate on how data will be kept, accessed, shared, updated, and utilized within an organization. Types of data models. There are three main types of data models. Conceptual data model. Conceptual data model is a representation of data examined and describe in depth your abstract, high-level business concepts and structures. They are most commonly employed when working through high-level concepts and preliminary needs at the start of a new project. They are typically developed as alternatives or preludes to the logical data models that come later. The main purpose of this data model is to organize, define business problems, rules and concepts. For instance, it helps business people to view any data like market data, customer data, and purchase data. Logical data model. In the logical data model, by offering a thorough representation of the data at a logical level, the logical data model expands on the conceptual model. It outlines the tables, columns, connections, and constraints that make up the data structure. Although logical data models are not dependent on any particular database management system, they are more similar to how data would be implemented in a database. The physical design of database is based on this idea. Physical data model. In physical data model, the implementation is explained with reference to a particular database system. It outlines every part and service needed to construct a database. It is made with queries and the database language. Every table, column, and constraint, such as primary key, foreign key, not null, etc., is represented in the physical data model. The creation of the database is the primary task of the physical data model. Developers and database administrators designed this model. This kind of data modeling aids in the creation of the schema and provides us with an abstraction of the databases. This model explains how the data model is specifically implemented. Constraints, RDBMS features, and database column keys are made possible by the physical data model. Data model process. The practice of conceptually representing data items and their connections to one another is known as data modeling. Data modelers collaborate with stakeholders at each stage of the process to define entities and attributes, establish relationships between data objects, and create models that accurately represent the data in a format that can be consumed by applications. These stakeholders may include developers, database administrators, and other interested parties. Let's discuss the data modeling steps. Data modeling steps are identify business requirements, understand the data needs of the organization, define entities and attributes, determine key data objects and their properties, establish relationships, define how data entities interact, create conceptual model, develop a high-level representation of data, develop logical model, outline tables, columns, constraints, and relationships, design physical model, implement database-specific details like indexing and storage, validate and refine, ensure accuracy, and optimize for performance. Now we will go in little detail. Identify data sources. The first stage is to identify and investigate the different sources of data, both inside and outside the company. It's critical to comprehend the sources of the data and how various sources add to the information as a whole. Determining the sources of data is essential since it guarantees a thorough framework for data modeling. It assists in gathering all pertinent data, setting the stage for a precise and comprehensive depiction of the data landscape. Defining entities and attributes. This stage is all on identifying the entities, items or ideas, and the characteristics that go along with them. Entities constitute the subject matter of the data, whereas attributes specify the particular qualities of each entity. The foundation of data modeling is the definition of entities and characteristics. It offers an orderly and transparent framework which is necessary to comprehend the characteristics of the data and create a useful model. Mapping relationship. Relationships show the connections or associations between various things. Relationship mapping entails locating and characterizing these linkages, indicating the nature and cardinality of every relationship. In order to capture the interdependencies within the data, it is essential to understand relationships. It improves the correctness of the model by capturing the relationships between various data pieces that exist in the real world. Choosing a model type. The right data model type is selected based on the project needs and data properties. Choosing between conceptual, logical, or physical models, or going with the particular model like relational or object oriented may be part of this decision. The degree of abstraction and detail in the representation is determined by the model type that is selected. It guarantees adherence to project objectives and facilitates the development of a model appropriate for the data type. Implementing and maintaining. The process of implementation converts a physical or logical data model into a database schema. This entails establishing constraints, generating tables, and adding database specific information. Updating the model to account for shifting technological or commercial needs is called maintenance. Significance. The theoretical model becomes a useful database upon implementation. Frequent upkeep guarantees that the model stays current and accurate, allowing it to adjust to the changing requirements of the company. There are 5 different types of data models, so we will discuss here. Hierarchical model. The structure of the hierarchical model resembles a tree. The remaining child nodes are arranged in a certain sequence and there is only one root node or alternatively one parent node. However, the hierarchical approach is no longer widely applied. Approach connections in the actual world may be modeled using this approach. For example, in a college there are many courses, many professors and students. So college became a parent and professors and students became its children. Relational model. Relational model represents the links between tables by representing data as rows and columns in tables. It is frequently utilized in database design and is strongly related to relational database management systems. Its advantages are it ensures structured, accessible, and efficient data storage, facilitates data retrieval, modification, and scalability. Object-oriented data model. In this model, data is represented as objects, similar to those used in object-oriented programming. Creating objects with stored values is the object-oriented method. In addition to allowing data abstraction, inheritance, and encapsulation, the object-oriented architecture facilitates communication. Network model. We have a versatile approach to represent objects and the relationships among these things thanks to the network model. One of its features is a schema, which is a graph representation of the data, An item is stored within a node and the relationship between them is represented as an edge. This allows them to generalize the maintenance of many parent and child records. ER model, a high-level relational model called the Entity Relationship Model (ER model) is used to specify the data pieces and relationships between the entities in a system. This conceptual design gives us an easier to understand perspective on the facts. An entity relationship diagram, which is made up of entities, attributes, and relationships, is used in this model to depict the whole database. A relationship between entities is called an association. Mapping cardinality, many associations like one to one, one to many to one, many to many. Benefits of data modeling. In order to organize and structure data and provide database design clarity, data modeling is essential. It acts as a common language, promoting efficient stakeholders communication. It directs the best database architecture for effective data storage and retrieval through visual representation. Visualizes complex data structures, provide a clear roadmap for understanding relationships, acts as a universal language, fostering effective communication between business and technical stakeholders, creates organized databases by defining entities, properties, and relationships, enhances data quality and integrity by reducing anomalies and redundancy through normalization, minimizes errors in database and application development, ensures consistency in documentation and system design across the organization, improves database and application performance, facilitates quick correlation of data across the company, strengthens communication between business intelligence and development teams. In conclusion, data modeling is an essential component of data analysis that offers a methodical way to arrange and comprehend intricate facts. Analysts may create reliable models that improve insights and decision making by adhering to the process's specified phases. I hope you understand and you can rewatch the video to read all the points what I had created for you to understand easily. We will meet in the next video with some other knowledge. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye till next video.